Oh yes, look at that beautiful Lord Howe Island, to which of course the first question must be, where's Lord Howe Island? Well, I will show you where Lord Howe Island is. Let me do that. So we will look here at the EFB, and we are surrounded by ocean to the extent that this is one of the most remote places on the planet. I think there are more remote places out here. I think Easter Island, somewhere, oh goodness me, way out there. Easter Island is one of the most isolated, but this one, it's 600 kilometres over to Port Macquarie over there on the east coast of Australia. And then New Zealand, lovely New Zealand down there. So we are a long way from anywhere on this rim of an ancient volcano, most of which has collapsed. I think a 7 million year old volcano that I'm imagining would have stretched around here. And there's another interesting feature down here called Ball's Pyramid. We might have time to go and check that out later on in my test pilot session, which is all about revisiting popular or commonly used add-on or core helicopters in the simulator since we saw the launch of Sim Update 5, which has changed a few things, actually all for the better really in terms of the helicopter flying goes. I know people are having issues around console use or the performance in consoles. It looks like they're looking at that, which is a really strong thing to hear them respond to that so quickly. So let's hope things are going to get better for you soon, console people. Oh, this Huey just never fails to look magnificent. This German machine. T-Player, you're on the Southeast Asia server, but I can't see you. Well, do you know what? Just as I got this flight going, I just had the sneakiest little suspicion that I didn't have multiplayer switched on. So there's some great streaming to get things kicked off. Yes, how about I actually turn multiplayer on myself? There's a good idea. All right, so I'll get myself back into here. And I'll just put back that time to 0330 UTC, which I think will suit me nicely. We'll just be shut down there. I'll do one startup. T-Player, nice to hear from you. So welcome along. You will see me momentarily if you haven't already. Now that I've got the crucial multiplier value switched on. If you want to come along, we are always on the Southeast Asia server. Here are the settings. The only difference here in the settings today is that I'm not playing with real time. I've just backed it up 6 hours so that we've got a bit of afternoon light. That's the only difference. So now, yes, I do see someone up there. There we go. It's working. Aquastring and Rudy Zarzov. Excellent stuff. I wonder if Rudy's brought the old caribou again today. This will be a challenging strip for a bit of caribou flying. It's a pretty short strip, this one. How long is it? Does it tell us here? Yeah, less than 3,000 feet long. So Skytrans operates Dash 8 200s to the east coast of Australia from this strip. T-Player, all right, I can see you. Now you can see. Yay, excellent stuff. So that's working. That's progress. Now, how badly have I messed up my screens today? That isn't looking super promising in terms of bitrate. Oh no, it's come better now. Let's hope that works itself out. Oh, you're in the MI2, are you? I'm not seeing an MI2 yet. Do you know what I have? Are you Aquastring, T-Player? I have done something slightly radical today. Yes, look, you're in a Bell 505. Yes, that's incorrect. So, well, we'll see what that does. I might just leave it alone for now. Well, do you know what? I'll risk it and get my, what am I going to do? I'm going to get my online. We'll go from simplified to high fidelity. I might have to change that back later on. I was having issues in the last stream with things not loading properly. Oh, actually, it thinks you're an H500. Oh, you're Rira Storm. Oh, hello. Nice to see you again, Rira Storm. I think you have a different A different ID each time I see you. There you go. Right. Well, that looks like a Bell 222 at the moment. So, look, let's just see. It might load in soon. Hello, Gary. Yes, hope you can see us too, Gary. That'd be great if you could see us. All right, I might just get things started up. So I'm going to be doing a few tests today in a few different helicopters. And why has that stopped? Why has that stopped? I'll maybe just ignore the fact that seems to have stopped on my computer, and it's the restream preview. Whatever, it's bound to be fine. Bound to be fine. What could go wrong? So, OV10 Bronco, you're in the base game H125. Cool. I don't seem to have any audio at the moment. That's on there. Oh, there we go. This is in the heavily insulated cockpit of the UH-1 Huey. Yeah, performance issues for you over there, T-Player. Okay, well, let's hope you get going this time. Now, look, I might just change that view very slightly. I like to always see below, just down under the console a little bit in the default views. So I'm just going to save that again in ChasePlane. Cameras, okay, pilot, and then we just save that position, and then that'll be there for next time. Someone's got a fast jet by the sound of it. Okay, let's see if I can just quickly get this set up. Oh, now, I like to heavily load it for these tests. Makes it a bit easier to see how things are going. So we're at 2.9 tons out of 4.7. Oh, the incredible capacity of the UH-1. Get that up to there. And right, that's it. That's all I can load. I can only get to 3 on the rescue variant. I can only get to 3.3 out of 4.7. That's suboptimal for my purposes today, but I will deal with it. I never knew that. Because you'd think you'd be able to load up some cargo just to be able to handle a variation in a mission. Like once you got to the objective of your rescue mission, you want to put some more weight into the helicopter. I would have thought, but maybe I am mistaken about that assumption. So checklists. Before, yes. Exterior, yes. Fuel sample, not going quite that far today. Battery, yes. Yes, have we got controls here? Yes, looks like we have. Have we got collective? Yes, we have. Is that animated? Wrong view. In fact, oh, okay, right. That's a sort of a slightly earlier thing that I don't do anymore. Yeah, so we've got a bit of animation on the rotor there with the collective, but not with the cyclic. That's right. Exterior checks done. Before starting engine, level, expert, level. Maybe I'll just advance is the same as that. All right. All off, that's fine. Battery on. And yes, there's our lovely alarm. So we'll just cancel that down here. Lovely. So, yes, I flew the original Taugs Hangar 2020 Huey in our last live stream together, which was kind of fun. A bit different. Let's get all these on. Maybe not the wipers. Start draining the battery faster. Low RPM, all of that's done. Let's get to these. The fire detect is working. Fuel gauge should send that all the way to the bottom and then back up to the top. Ding, that is right. System instruments are all where they should be. Avionics, not required. Check auto. So what governor? Oh no, it's down here, isn't it? It's this one, yes. Right. What governor? That one right there, Matthew, please. The de-ice is off. What is the temperature 6 hours ago at Lord Howe Island? Answer: 19 degrees, so probably not a chance of icing, I would think. The cloud's not that low. Main fuel switch on you come. Auxiliary fuel is those are off, yes. Caution panel lights, we test by bringing this back here. Yes, those are all going. I can't hold that down long enough to check the ones upstairs, but that's all fine. Hydraulic control is also down here, isn't it? It's up here. On. Force trim on. Chip detector is on both. It is in the middle. Flight controls, we just tested those before. QNH, we cheat and go comma. Starting engine, which is as usual over here, so we'll just get the throttle all the way down to 0, which I need to also do the idle release for that. And now we're at 0 on here, that's good. Fire guard rotor blades, is there anyone in my vicinity? There is not. Engine starter, press and hold, check, turning at N1, 15%. Alright, so let's just get down here for this. 15% on here. And is that where I introduce fuel as well? It doesn't say on here. This one doesn't say where you introduce fuel. Only that you release that at 40. Okay. Engine could be a bit louder. There we go. 15%. Are we turning? We are. Introduce fuel. Temperature goes up. 40%, 45. Okay, we release the starter. Turbine self-sustaining. We've not exceeded the red. Let's get this back down to safe. Down to 25. Should be fine. Okay. External temperature seems suspiciously low there. Turbine and engine power up. Nice. Again, I might just try adjusting this audio for exterior models, other players. Sound. Other aircraft is on 100. I'm just going to try putting that on 50. I did have endless problems. I don't think this actually works. No, it's exactly the same, isn't it? That is exactly the same. So, although now I think I can hear my Huey a bit better. Maybe that's just a random thing. We just reset that. And we'll just right. Interestingly, again, I noticed that somehow my RPM got up to 100 without me asking for it. Interesting. What is the airfield elevation? Well, let me look out the window here for you. I can't quite see after me being cheeky about it. That is the Tasman Sea right there. So we are, I'm going to guess, looking out the window there, at a fuel elevation of about 10. Alright, now was I supposed to cage this or uncage this? There we go. Good. Reset that, please. Get my seat in the right position. That is also in the wrong position. Let's get that about right. That should be about there. Why are other aircraft always so loud? Beautiful Huey. Yes, yes, yes. That is great. Air America. Charlie Parrot. Excellent. All right. Well, what I want to do is just do... now... Oh, is this because I haven't actually finished a checklist? Maybe I should have done that. Like maybe doing something important like turning on the inverter. Engine and transmission check. Well, I would have. It just got all ahead of itself, didn't it? It turned all of this on. I didn't want it to. Standby. Goes down here. Throttle slowly adjust. I didn't have a chance because it went to 100% by itself. Most annoying. The airfield elevation, I'm wrong. It's 26. Thank you, Gary. That is the Tasman Sea out there. We are about 16 feet higher than what I expected. Low RPM, check off above 6100, 600. Yes, well, let's have that back on. Yeah, it is on. Okay, that's good. Oh, IFF. I never know. Do we just turn this on over here and get rid of that? How do I get rid of that? I just usually just randomly turn on a few of these things until I see that warning light go away. Or I just ignore it. I mean, that says on. Alright, I've now twiddled randomly with all the knobs. And the IFF light remains on. IFF, not important. Okay, so I have now got a tailwind, which is going to be interesting because... Oh, I need to reset that. There we go. Good. Yes. I've got a tailwind. because the windsock's right behind me there. Wow, that was a terrible view to choose, Matthew. What about this one? No! I put the spot... Okay, I absolutely need to change that view at once. So, number 5, I want a spot view. I want that on Shift F5, please. And yes, because that's now a conflict, so we just remove this one. Remove. Sorry, that's a lovely view, but... oh, maybe I can make that Shift F4. Shift F4. And then delete that one. That one. Now we delete. Okay, so now when I push the spot button, I will get the spot. Lovely. Fantastic. That's what I wanted all along. Right. Wind directly behind me. Add a bit more challenge. Let's see now. 110 at 8. So yeah, 8 knots. Should be fun. Okay, let's go. I'm going to just do some turns about the mast. So I want quite a bit of aft cyclic for this. Picking up with the wind behind me. It's going to be very squirrely, I expect. No, it's not too bad, actually. So let's just relax on the pedals and let it come around. Weather vane. How strong is the weather vaning force in this? Alright, I don't know why I lost quite so much. I don't know how I gained all that height, because I'm inattentive, and I don't know how I lost all that height when going around into the wind. Interesting. So I'll just test that again. So it's all nice and stable here. I'm going to use left pedal to go 90 degrees to the left, and we should lose a bit of height. No, if anything, we sort of gained it. So I'll try that one more time. Right. Now I'm gaining height. So we should definitely lose... Okay, once I get it stabilized again. Definitely lose height, I would have thought, when I'm adding left pedal, taking away power torque from the main rotor. Again, that's going up. I wonder if that's just a little bit wrong at the moment. I'll just try one more time. That's sort of 3 times it's happened now. Nose directly into the wind. Adding left pedal. No, now we're going up. So, sorry, let me stabilize it again. I'm guessing that was a wind gust that's just got me going a bit higher there. Slowly coming around here. Left, left, left on the pedal. Right. That's... I mean, obviously not ideal that I just banged into the ground, but it did mean that it behaved more like what I expected. These maneuvers would always be easier with VR, of course, but I am not really feasibly able to do that on live streams because it looks terrible for other people. Okay, so one more time. A left 90 degree pedal turn. Oh yeah, someone's brought an A320. Right, we lose height. Good, that's what I want. So maybe I just had a bit of a coincidental run of good fortune or bad fortune or something. Morning, Binky. Nice to see you. Tuesday test pilot. Test pilot Tuesday. Good morning to you, wherever you are. In Europe, I expect. Okay, let's try a right pedal turn this time. So I'm drawing less of the main rotor torque by going in this direction until I go left on the pedal to stop that turn. And now we rise up. Left. I mean, maybe the wind is sufficiently dynamic that we rise up. I'm really not moving the collective at the moment. I'm just trying to... I'm ready to rescue it if it hits the ground again, because I don't need that to happen twice. Right pedal, which represents a decrease. Now the pedals are neutral, so there's no more torque being added there. So they're pretty neutral right now. In fact, they are neutral. I've just... okay, what are we going to do here? Why are we weather vaning in that direction? Well, we expect the nose to move right with a anti-clockwise rotor, so that's, I suppose, correct. I just would have thought there might have been a stronger wind vaning force here. Try not to collide with that Huey. God, that's a good looking Huey, isn't it? Metallic colours. Yeah, that wind's a little bit gusty, isn't it? You can see it just picking up there. Get the name tags back on. Charlie Parrot, nice flying, good and stable, and your Huey. Lyman Good. So yes, you're in a Bell 222 by the look of it. Is that a model matching thing that it's doing there, or is that actually what you're flying? Oh, it's DJ. Hello. Also in a Bell 222. I think that's one of your favourites. DJ, an accomplished pilot. All right, let's. I feel there's a bit of a turnabout the nose, a turnabout a point happening here, possibly with Charlie Parrot as my dancing partner on the other side of it. Yeah. Just also trying to avoid that helicopter off to my left there. I've got a little bit too close to the windsock here. Also, we're in that danger zone with the tailwind right now, and it's a little bit harder to control. So not the strongest ground effect. I've just got a feeling it's going to hit the ground right now. Yeah. I just would have thought the ground effect might have been a bit stronger in that case. This used to be really bad in 2020. It used to sort of trampoline up and down off the ground if you let it. It seems to have got itself in a new equilibrium down here. Yeah, that was me. I sort of asked for it to go backwards, and it's just touched lightly again. Interesting. So yeah, deliberately not using any collective at all. Just trying to see, just test how strong this ground effect is. And doing this impromptu turn about a point here. I wonder how many people we can get in the circle at the same time. How are you going over there, Lyman? Good. You're going to try and join this turning about a point. I feel I will... Whoa. Okay, that looked quite good. That looked like a gust of wind, and the helicopter lifted up. Nice. I know it was a gust of wind because I could see the windsock move. Okay, I've just done a bad job there. Whoa dear, oh dear, that was not well controlled. Yeah, it gets very hard when you've got that tailwind behind you to keep it all nice and smooth. Charlie Parrot's doing a very good job over there. I'm not doing the greatest job of keeping the nose on. I'm trying to keep it so the pole is just through the lower window as well, so I'm a little bit deflected. And so here's where it's going to get difficult again. This was very poorly controlled on my last orbit. I'm having to ride the collective there a bit, I feel. Then just anticipate with that little bit of right cyclic. Yes, that's not what I expected. See, and that time the wind dipped down, and then I dipped down. Okay, that's really promising. That's really promising. So the wind went off for a sec. Well, not off, but it lowered, and the helicopter then sunk. That's good. That's really good. Now, I know people talk about how terrible the flight dynamics are in MSFS 2024 helicopters, but, you know, you start to analyze it and test it, and it's like, the stuff actually makes sense. I know I was a little bit puzzled in those first few pedal turns. Well, it'd be interesting to try it with another helicopter, I suppose, as well. I'll just set it down on, maybe in the grass over here, in case Rudy Zarzov wants to bring a caribou through, like last time. Okay, maybe a tiny bit of a twist on the skids there, a bit of a long-running aerodynamic issue in MSFS 2024. Scrags, afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Oh, where must you be? In in Asia, perhaps? Sup, Rob? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for saying hello. Gary, you think you're showing as 98 Vulcan in the MH60? Oh, that's your name in here. Cool. Okay. What have I missed in here? Nothing. That's all looking good. Lovely. Oh, that's some wild flying. Who's doing that? Lyman. Oh, so you're in an H160. Yeah, good luck flying that stably. I found that really hard last week. Really hard. So the reason that we might be getting slightly weird model matching right now is that I previously had simplified model matching on because I was a bit concerned about frame rates, although I maybe I didn't need to be because it's been really smooth. So with everything on, I mean, I was having endless problems in Sydney last week, if you recall. I was losing the stream actually. So I'm using 11 gigabytes of VRAM here. You know, it's pretty low. I mean, it's an island, so you know, we're not in the middle of a city with, you know, thousands of things going on for it to render. Well, there are thousands of things, just not, you know, buildings. So I've got 40% on my rather powerful CPU, and I've got 68% on my GPU, and that's pretty good. That's where I like it to be. I don't want to overload it for the sake of like having one slider slightly further to the right. What's this plane here? Rudy, what have you got today? Still don't. Oh, there we go. Fictional VF-35. Oh, okay, like the vertical, the VTOL F-35. Is that what that is? Cool. How long can they maintain hover? How long can a vertical F-35 maintain hover? Binky, after the GPU melting last group flight, that's nothing. Yeah, Binky, it was the VRAM that was the issue, I think. So the 5080 is a very good little renderer, but maybe not super ideal for MSFS 2024. It feels like that rendering power is somewhat wasted because of the limitation in VRAM, only 16 gigabytes. And like, you know, I can't afford to mortgage, you know, I have to get a bank loan to be able to get a 5090 at this point. So, yeah. Okay, so what I found there was that the wind was coming and going, and the helicopter was rising and falling with it. And that, to me, seems really good. That's what I'd expect. It was still quite hard to control. Maybe the ground effect could have been a bit stronger. But I'm kind of enjoying how the Huey is feeling in Sim Update 5. I might grab another helicopter soon and try that out as well. Question from Ritzkio. Nice! Do you purchase the new FS Fire add-on? Greets from Austria. Salzburg. Lovely. Beautiful airport you got there too, which is nicely modelled in X-Plane 12 and MSFS 2024. You're spoiled for choice, Ritzkio. I have not purchased the new FS Fire add-on. Who actually released that? You might need to remind me what it is and who did it. All right. What other sort of flying would I like to do here? I'd like to just explore what... I'm going to take off vertically, which is not how we would normally do it. A little bit indecisive on the skids there as we took off, but we've got a nice... With a bit of aft cyclic in, then we take off cleanly. I'm going to... Whoa! Rudy starts off. Ancient Monotheism, hello, haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're doing great. Yeah, I sure am. Are you excited for the upcoming Taugs release? It said this first quarter. I think we're out of the first quarter, aren't we? I think we're very much in second quarter right now. That machine, Ancient Monotheism, took a lot longer. Well, the scope expanded. The scope expanded on the project. One, it's the first helicopter that they've done, Taugs Hangar, with complex... Okay, now look at this. Look at how it's descending right now. We should be getting into a weak ground effect about now. Oh, and it does save it. How interesting. I was getting alarmed at how quickly it was descending. I'm going to try that one more time. So 1 millimeter higher on the collective when we go up. And now 1 millimeter down on the collective, and we should stop that climb and start to descend. One quarter of a millimeter again, hopefully. Very hard to do those tiny movements. There we go, we're descending now. That's good. I'll just let it do its thing. It's already at 100 feet a minute. Okay. What's going to happen here? Is the climb going to be arrested? This is quite dangerous because there's a risk of vortex ring state. No. Now, we can't be in ground effect now. Well, we'd be in weak ground effect, I suppose, but we're now at 0 feet per minute, and I think that's probably gusts in the wind. And see, now it falls out of the sky when I use this tiniest bit of pedal. I think that was just a coincidence. I think we had a strong gust of wind there, which is what helped that come back up again. Interesting. Yeah, so the Taugs hangar situation, they've got a more complex pack than what they initially estimated. So doing the Dolphin and the Dauphin, so the AS365 and the MH65, just means that it's just got a lot more complex. It's effectively two different helicopters that we're going to get in a twin pack. Aren't we lucky? But they're not going to release it until they're ready, so we just have to wait. I hope that's useful insight for you. Not that I have any really inside knowledge, I only know what you do. So I wonder if that... I'm going to try it with the tailwind as well. It should be the same. Just going to try and... Going to see what the... Again, see what the ground effect does. Good, there it goes. That's arresting it there. Although, I wonder if that was a bit strong. And again, I wonder if that could be a gust of wind. Sort of need to do this in front of the windsock, really, don't I? Maybe I can arrange that. There it is over there. Okay, let's just pop over here for a bit. No one's using it right now, so I shall just take this for myself. Okay, I just need to see it through the lower window there, so we'll try and stop moving around there. Can't see it at all. Right, arrest that descent, please. stronger wind right now, and it starts to go up. I suspect that wind is going to go off in a sec. No, it's still blowing quite strong. And we're still rising, so I'll just lower the collective. This is very interesting. So we just got a few seconds of higher wind. We know that MSFS has quite a complex weather algorithm that interpolates realistic weather based on METAR data that's not updated that often. Okay, wind's going off now a bit, but I might have been lowering the collective at the same time. We're descending now, but wind has just picked up. I expect my descent will be arrested, both by ground effect and the increasing wind. It seems to be wind's now going off, and we just start descending again. Excellent, MSFS. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Although I don't want it to hit the ground. So my conclusions on this so far are that the reactivity to the wind strength is really good, but maybe the ground effect at the lowest level is a little bit weak. Just a suspicion. I don't have any empirical evidence to prove that. What has D. Jalan got over there? Is that a monstrous flying boat or a Joby? I'm going to have to go and check that out. It's a Joby. Or whatever that other one is. Yeah, it's that other one. Yeah, it's pity those engine nacelles don't react to your control position, eh? That's kind of cool. I think that's the first time I've ever seen one in one of our flights. I forget what that one's called. I did a video on the Joby ages ago. Well, I might just do a couple of circuits here, and as usual, try and overspeed the rotor, then maybe try an auto rotation. So I'll just do I'll do a right-hand circuit. It's not really ideal for any kind of circuit, this airport, because we're like really hemmed in by these ancient volcanic outcrops coming up out of the ocean there. Yeah, because it's so separated from other land masses, Lord Howe Island, it's got a very high rate of speciation, so lots of unique species or subspecies found only here, just by virtue of being so separate from both Australia and New Zealand. Yes, maybe the left circuit would have been a bit wiser there. Or maybe just going a bit further upwind, sorry. Now we're downwind. And so down here is a reef. This is, I think, one of the most southerly reefs. Coral reef. So we're only 31 degrees north here, but this reef here, protecting this lagoon, is a coral reef. Because there's warm water that gets pulled down in the currents. And so it's unusually warm water here, enough to support that coral reef growing there. How cool is that, hey? I think it's cool. So 1,100 feet. Let's just come back around here. I'm going to do a bit of a sudden descent and see if I can get the rotor oversped. Try and keep that turn coordinated. 60 knots, and the ball's right in the center. There's the wrong way. I'm way too... I haven't gone downwind enough. I'm just going to lower the collective now. And see if I can... Looks like I can overspeed it. It's right at the top of the green arc now. Pulling collective will bring it down. It does. A little bit, not much. Might try that again, and we'll do it as an auto, but we'll do it with... Wow! Who was that speeding through? Do it with... Finish that thought, Matthew. What am I going to do it with? I can't remember what I'm going to do it with. A left-hand circuit. That's what I was going to do it with. How are we going down there, pilots? Lecker. Sorry if there's any proper pilots who expected to be able to do a service from Lord Howe Island with all of this chaos going on. Or am I? Okay, let's get our... We need a little bit of right pedal there, do we? No, we need a little bit of left... Oh, whoops, a bit of left pedal there maybe to keep that balance ball on the centre. So I'm looking down here and just using my pedals accordingly. It needs a tiny bit of left pedal to go around. This collective, and wow, what a beautiful view. These Taugs aircraft are always beautiful to fly, very smooth and stable. I haven't had to use any trim yet. I'm just using just the merest suggestion on the cyclic. So what are your thoughts about that monotheism, about the dolphin slash dauphin? Are you going to be able to wait a little bit longer? I mean, who knows? It could still be months. I mean, if they are deep in trying to get all of the avionics working right for 2 different models of the same machine, then it could take months. I don't know. I'm speculating because I don't know. But I think anything is possible. Okay, so we're going to try an auto rotation this time. Out over the reef right now. A little bit of left pedal required, it seems, on the Huey to get it to come around. Let's try an auto rotation. I never have particularly high expectations or hopes that it's going to be either good or bad. Auto rotations in 2024, we know, generally speaking, they're not that great. Some machines hold way too much power, energy, some don't hold enough. The ground contact sometimes a bit strange, so yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff going on. So I'll just allow myself to come a bit further forward here. Hand ready on the trigger here. I'm just going to bring it down to 25%. There it goes. Down we go. Should be getting an alert. The alarm. There it goes. Lower the collective. Going way too fast, so nose up. Oh dear, that was not good. Well, it was not good for a whole bunch of different reasons, that auto rotation, so we'll just have to try again. Have I actually killed the engine? Oh. Just trying to... There we go. We've over-talked it though, so I was just trying to do... This was a bit hard to read what this was doing, so just try... There we go. 350 sim, where are we? It's in the stream title. YLHI. YLHI. Lord Howe Island. YLHI. The Great. I remember this place from FSX days. Excellent. What did you fly here in FSX? Need to find a better way of getting that torque back up next time. Rotor speed back up and not over torque it. Just try another... Another auto rotation here. See if I can do a better job than that one. Wind seems to have maybe picked up a bit. Those windsocks aren't in full agreement, I gotta say. Oh, 18 knots, says my info bar. Oof. That's good. I mean, doing this kind of testing is good with a bit of wind on. Makes stuff harder to fly, but you can more easily test stuff. Yep, left pedal is required in these conditions. Got a tiny bit of dragging there in the frame rate. Okay, don't know what that would have been. GPU is at 72 and VRAM is still below 11 out of 16, so I'm doing fine. Oh, what a landscape. So, yeah, only about 400 people living on the island, I believe, and no more than 400 tourists are allowed at a time, so very strict limits. I mentioned before about the native wildlife being special because it's isolated and therefore there's a higher rate of speciation. So lots of stuff to protect. And so there was controversy in recent years as they embarked on a pest eradication program. So that involved poison bait and those kinds of operations are always fraught with difficulty when there are residents. As much, you know, they do complex pest eradication projects on deserted sub-Antarctic islands. Those ones are a bit easier because you don't have to sort of manage the situation with people as well. But so look, as far as I know, the rat eradication was successful, and they'd already got rid of things like pigs. So it allows the native wildlife to bounce back. Okay, I'm much higher up this time, which is what I wanted. I got way too fast last time, so I'm just going to pay a bit more attention to that this time. Lowering the collective. I'll just try to get straight and level flight here, and I actually do not know what the VY speed is on the UH-1A. Or is it UH-1H, actually, sorry. Yeah, actually, which one is it? So I'm very high up here, 2,300 feet. Got up here with no issues whatsoever. I'm going to cut power now. I'm going to try and maintain 60 knots. Alright, finally the needle split. I'm going to just cancel that audio. Lower the collective. And try to maintain that 60 knots. The glide speed, actually, I don't know. I think it's about 60, so I'm assuming it's 60, and that's why I'm trying it. Okay, so I'm only just maintaining. It's actually falling out of the sky, isn't it? I'm only just maintaining 60. I'm going to have to bring on power. And I'm probably still going to hit the ocean. Oh, we just made it. Okay, that's a bit suspect to me, so I don't think this is auto-rotating very well. Charlie Perry, that was an interesting move down there. Excuse me! Coming through. Oops. That was me looking at the chat window. Okay, I'm going to try one more auto, and then I'm going to swap machines. And while I do that, I'm also going to try and simultaneously search what is the best climb speed on the what is VY in the UH-1H. Is it H? 60 knots, I was right. That's the 1H. And I'm not paying attention to where I'm going here. And what have I done to this? So I think I might have missed a couple of messages there on the chat window, just whilst I'm also trying to fly the Huey. 1,000 feet now. So last time it just fell out of the sky, and that was not good. Oh, Glenn, okay, you think I should try 70 this time? Okay. I will give that a go. 70 knots in the Huey for an auto rotation. Let's see how that goes. How's the balance with my voice and the audio? Seemingly okay. Good on audio. Thank you, Glenn. All right. Always good to have a co-producer on board. I miss SoCal Jerry. He'll come back one day. SoCal Jerry is an excellent Twitch stream companion, always feeding useful information to the distracted streamer. Oh dear. Okay, so we said we're going to try 70, so we're at 90 right now, so I'll just climb up a little bit more. We fell out of the sky last time, and so I don't want that to happen again. I'm going to try and maintain 70 this time. So cutting the throttle, surely we can make that. Surely we can make that. I'll just go a little bit further, just in case. Alright, come on, there's no way we can't make that. So cutting power, we're at 70 knots. Lowering the collective, trying to maintain 70, killing that alarm. Killing that alarm. So speeding up, nose up. Alright, there we go, that's about 70 now. And I'm kind of still losing rotor speed, so this Stranger Things Huey is not conserving enough rotor speed. And even that's hardly acting to increase it again. Oh my god. Nah, you can't auto-rotate it. So flare, yeah, flare did it. I pulled the collective, nothing happened. So UH1 Huey, Stranger Things Huey doesn't auto-rotate. Well, I guess probably technically they would look at the code and say, yeah, it does, but it's not set right. So that's a pity. What am I going to check next? What aircraft do I want to check next? That was good testing that. I was impressed with the hover handling. I did have some ideas here. So have I done all the default helicopters now? Is there any point doing the H225? I don't think so. People say, why didn't you ever fly the S64? Okay, I'll fly the S64. So I'll get myself down here on the runway, set as departure. Actually, I'll go this way, even though I know it's wrong. Set as departure, we'll set the time back again to 4:30 also. And we'll start the flight there. We should be powered on. Collective is down. Let's see how we go. And Toasters said hello on Twitch, but why haven't I seen it on here? Oh, because this is not connected anymore. So I've missed anything that anyone said on Twitch. I have not seen. I think it might only have been Toaster there. Why has that become disconnected? I'll do a little bit of live troubleshooting. How annoying. Parking brake off. Oh boy. Why is it moving like that? Oh, I won't have any views set up for this, which will be possibly annoying. Oh god. Okay, so you need forward cycler to get moving. I suppose that might be realistic. I'll just get off the runway and then I'll just find out why my Twitch chat's not going out there. Sorry, Toaster. More complex setups are always more likely to break, Toaster. You said it. Yes, yes, you did. I'll try it. Why is it pulling that way? I don't even know. So this is why I don't... Anyway, parking brake on. Now, how am I going to get this back? How am I going to get this working again whilst I'm live? That's very annoying. Oh yeah, it just needs to be logged in again. This will only take a sec. There we go. No problem. There we go. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. All right. Order has been restored. That wouldn't have worked properly before anyway. Alright, so let me collect my thoughts here on the S64 and try not to get enraged with it. So I'll be right with you. Pulled the collective, nothing happened. Okay, so let's see how that goes. That's down there, that's there, that's, is that right or wrong? Oh no, I put that in the wrong place as well. Whoops, okay. I like to have all the views in the same place on each aircraft so that I don't have to use my brain, as challenged as it is, to recalculate every time. Chase view needs to be on Shift F8. No. Shift F8. No. Shift F8, yes, save that, thank you. Spot view, therefore, does not go on that, it goes on this. Why is my helicopter moving? Okay, that should, I think, now work. 1, 5, and 6. Okay, that's better. Alright, so, now, why don't I fly the S64? Well, that pickup's not bad. It seems reasonable. There's no pedal required at all. FSRealistic Plus is putting in some sounds that I don't want, so I might have to disable that in just a moment. How many blades does the S64 have? 5? Rather elementary question for me to be asking when I'm actually flying the machine. Alright, let's just sit down here. Oh, maybe not that hard. Okay, so we're going to have to...
Excellent work down there.
No, that was not excellent work down there. We're going to be turning you off at once. Profile, we will just load this from maybe the MH60 or something. That's close enough. I think. Apply. Hopefully that's... landing feedback is off. That's the main thing. Alright, so what can I do with this? No pedal required. So left. Good visibility. I'm enjoying that. The Huey is not noted for its oh, undo, don't touch the ground. Huey not known for its fabulous cockpit visibility. This S64 is a bit nicer in that one regard. I don't know if any of this has any reality, any bearing on reality at all. I haven't used this for ages, this machine. Feels like a pretty generic kind of flight model. I mean, stabilized helicopters can be like that, I think. So we'll try and let it come down, and we'll just see what the ground effect does here. So what's our rate of descent here? About 100. Increasing. So we'll just let it sink here and see what happens. Is this going to whack into the ground? Or is ground effect going to help? Wind's just picked up, I saw that happening as well. So at least that's working. That's just the generic MSFS flight model, so that's good that still works. Wind picks up again. Wind decreases, we fall. I guess I'm liking that. And we're going to fall all the way. Okay, I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, the ground effect got us there at the end. I wonder if that needs to be tuned a bit more aggressively in the Huey. So that's actually not too bad. Me being mean about the poor old S64. I mean, I don't know what these... Are these sliders going to do anything? No. So, are the throttles even enabled? Oh, they're condition levers or something. Full open. So I can put it onto idle. Okay. Alright, I'll just fly a circuit in the S64 and see what it's like. We're okay down there. Red dirt as well! Coming in hot. Oh boy. Stearman, thanks for the fly. Excellent. Oh, hang on, this is the... what am I doing here? That's the... Does not appear to be... Alright, I'll try and get to your messages in just a sec. I just wonder if Twitch is working or not. But anyway, I'll figure that out. Toaster, if you're still there, just send me a message on Twitch, will you? Just say hello or something. Or testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's just get all this sorted out. What speed do we manage to attain there? Yeah, we managed to lose all of my speed. Doesn't act heavy enough, I think, the S64. I think the Stranger Things Huey might just be acting a little bit too light, and this one is acting way too light. Just instinctively. I mean, obviously, I've never flown an S64 or a Huey. What would I know? Don't listen to me. Just intuitively just feel that these helicopters are a bit light. I might just hit pause, and... I said pause. So, does that no longer work? Right, that's now paused. And... put a lot more weight into this thing. Performance? Oh, not there. It's a slightly annoying place, some of these things, aren't they? Mass and balance. Quick fill. 11 tons out of plenty. So, I've now got up to 20 tons. Load immediately, so this is now massively heavier. What happens? We lost a bit of vertical speed. Good. That feels a bit better. Yeah, that might be the key to the 64. Make sure you've got some weight in it. Wonder what pilots, what experience they've got of that. Sorry, I said I'd get to your messages. I'll just turn that head tracking off. FS Fire is in the in-game marketplace. It's for firefighting for all kind of helicopters and firefighting planes like the air tractor. You can fly random missions in multiplayer and single player, and you can spawn fires. I guess you mean rescue, yeah? That sounds good. Glenn Watson, the S-64 has 6 rotors. Thank you, 6 blades. Ritzkio, and you can build a scene with sinking ships and planes, vehicles, etc. And you can get rewards and medals for the missions. Nice. FS Fire. God, I haven't even looked at it. The great Hadoken, that wake turbulence is deadly. I like deadly. Yeah. Oh, and the S-64? More. Maybe I'm going to find some light aircraft to menace. Oh, the visibility in this is much better. Right, so is that our talk there? So I'm just going to try and do a... right. Rotor. Why is that pink? Alright, well I'm going to just do a bit of a sudden descent here. See what it thinks. It would be right not to like this. There's 80 knots. Are we making that rotor move at all yet? No. There's the overspeed effect from FSRealistic Plus, like that. Check instrument. Alright, okay, so we do finally get a rotor speed if I just pick it up there when we go fast. Okay. This might auto-rotate. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to have to try and just get those 2 levers down with the mouse probably. So we'll just do another circuit here. Hey, maybe this is not quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. Maybe the S-64 is flying a bit better than what I thought. Oh, you think the wake turbulence is deadly? Oh, that's right. I said I was going to come down and menace some people with a bit of wake turbulence. Check out my wake turbulence. I mean, I've got it turned off. In fact, I'm going to hit pause and I'm going to go into settings, assistances. Is that where it is? Wake turbulences, turn it on, and just see if I get a slideshow here. Probably I will. Alright, check out this wake turbulence, people. Binky. And that little electric thing. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you've got wake turbulence turned on, that is. Xbox, it's unclear to me. The wake turbulence switch does not exist on Xbox, so I have learned. But they do have one generic slider that seems to control all turbulence, yes. And the lowest it can go is low. So the great Hadoken was getting thrown around by the S-64 in the EC-35, or were you just speculating about how deadly it was? Did you actually experience it off this machine? So yes, I'll be interested to know what you think about that. Hey, you enjoying that reef down there? Great Hadoken. Oh, it's nice. Alright, so how are we going here? Yeah, you got buffeted pretty good by someone. Good. Well, I've got it turned on now because it used to be a slideshow in multiplayer when you had wake turbulence on, so it's going to be interesting for me once I get down with the other aircraft again to see if there's going to be any difference. Oh, I can just see Ball's Pyramid out there on the horizon. We can go and take a look at that later on. Maybe when I get a faster helicopter, go and take a quick trip out to Ball's Pyramid, which is worth a look. A very interesting formation. Okay, what am I doing? I've got 70 knots on. Let's get to idle on these 2 engines. Very silly thing to do, really. Am I going to get split needles here? Unknown. I'm getting a rotor overspeed now. Wow. It's going to be quite something if it turns out that the S64's got better... It's falling out of the sky though. It's got better performance than the UH1 in terms of auto rotations. Yeah, this glide's a bit suspicious. It feels like I'm actually still generating quite a bit of power here. In fact, it's straight and level now, isn't it? Oh, still descending at 1,000 feet a minute. Yeah, Swanee, look out. I might just be polite and go down to the grass. Oh, Swanee's moving. Okay, am I going to actually make this? I'm going to have to pull this last bit of collective, and I'm going to end up with the rocks. Oh, so close! Yeah, there was nothing more left there. I pulled the collective, and there's nothing more. That was possibly better than the... Well, hang on though. So if I'll just float around here for a while, just whilst I... N1 is 70. So what, rotor is currently overspeeding? I'm sitting in the water and the collective's all the way down. How can it be overspeeding? I'll just pull a bit of collective. Sorry, it's not a very nice way to test it. The floating F64, right. Okay, I've got the engines at idle. And now we're finally... No, that's bugged. It's seriously bugged. Oh, now it's just picked up something. Yeah, where did the engines... Where did the rotor get its power from there? I'm going to try that one more time. Yeah, I wouldn't like exceed the limit to get the rotor speed back up though, Fadek. Is that how it works? Would you expect that to go into the red? So the torque went into the red to fade it, you would think we should not do that. Okay, what is that? What is my helicopter doing? It just sort of took off by itself. Like I had some stored momentum. No, there's something very strange going on here. Yeah. So we've got a rotor overspeed where I'm just sitting on the ground, and if I pull collective, that should go, but the thing practically just took off by itself there a second ago. FSRealistic plus 6 off crashed. Nah, there's something very, very, very... Whoa, what's that? Oh, this is the wake turbulence. Ah! Yeah, I see what you mean. It's wake turbulence. That's why I picked up. Yeah, of course, because a 20-ton S64 is going to get thrown around by Rudy Zarzov over there. That's what's happening. That wake turbulence is ridiculous. The heavy breathing, Glenn Watson, is coming from FSRealistic Plus because it thinks I've crashed. And I haven't set it up properly for this machine. I normally have that a bit more subtle. So Zachy, I'm flying the S64 just because I haven't... People ask, why haven't you touched the S64? Well, I'm finding it very strange. There's some weird stuff going on with unwanted retention of rotor RPM, even when the engines are almost off. So that's not yet explained. I am getting thrown around by wake turbulence, and there's another one there from Red Dirt. So I'm actually enjoying it, although it's far too strong, is the only problem. This is a 20-ton S64, and the wake turbulence is just out of control. But it is working. Unlike before, when if you were in a multiplayer flight with the wake turbulence on, it would absolutely freak out and you get a slideshow effect. Mind you, I've got a faster processor now, so maybe that's the difference. My CPU is currently at 34%, so that's fine. I'm going to try one more auto. I don't know why. Why am I trying an auto? I know it's just totally messed up, but you can enjoy the heavy breathing from FSRealistic Plus again. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? I should just turn it down. Just reduce the whole lot. There we go. Okay, so that's interesting. So I have discovered something new today, and that is that... Why are we nosing up here? Because I'm not paying attention? T-player. Me and my buddies made a mini game out of it, trying to crash each other with wake turbulence. Presumably that was with Sim Update 5 or before? Glenn, is it the wake turbulence causing you to get extra lift towards the end there? That was a bit weird, yes. Good question, Glenn. I can't answer that, and I don't know how I would test it. I suppose I could try this landing again without wake turbulence, but I'm sort of fascinated by it now. Yeah, brutal wake turbulence. Fantastic. That's what we need. Not after the update, T-player. Sure, cool. That's good. Interesting to know. Interesting to know. Well, look how high up we are. So no one could mess this auto rotation up. No. A brave thought to have. Right, where's my F3? Down, and down, by which you mouse wheel up. That makes perfect sense. With the MI2, it was a lot of fun. I never laughed so much during flights at being thrown around by someone's wake turbulence. DJ Allen, nice flying. Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because otherwise I would have looked at that and I thought, is that DJ Allen? Anyway, good to have you along. Thank you for the comment. Alright, so meanwhile I'm doing an auto rotation here and paying zero attention. So we're overspeeding the blades. I'm going to pull some collective. I mean, this is a 20-ton helicopter right now. Okay, I am going up at 2,000 feet a minute with the engines off, and I'm still getting a rotor overspeed. Come on, this is completely bugged. There can't be wake turbulence. I'm miles away from anything. I'm still getting a rotor overspeed. I'm still climbing. I'm still pulling collective. The engines are off. Well, at least they're at ground idle. They're still generating what? 77% N1 and only 41% torque. Oh, what is this doing? Do I have to turn them off? Answer, I can't. I don't even know if those levers do anything. So here's my amazing auto rotation. I've got the engines on ground idle and I'm climbing. Oh, the rotor overspeed's finally gone. Wow, what do you know? What do you know? I'll try a corkscrew auto rotation. It's going to be it's futile. I don't know why I'm doing it. Hello, Whisper. Always good to see you. What, am I in a tailspin now? Rudy here. I fly the R66. That's quite comical if it's causing wake turbulence on an S64. Yes, I would have thought so as well. I don't know what this is doing. I do not know what this is doing. I'm going to turn on the visualizations in a sec because that's going to be quite pretty with all these helicopters going on. This is an auto. Well, there it is. Wake turbulence. Hilarious. Hilarious. Yeah. Oh, this is not even an auto rotation. It feels like I could just take off again. What are these engines doing? Ugh, it's a joke. So, what if I go up on one engine? Okay, both engines increased. I wonder if Miltech and Stratoware have got this working better than the default S64, where one engine lever controls both engines. That's terrible. It's just, yeah, it's a joke. What a pity. So the generic handling characteristics are kind of okay. Why am I taking off? Is that the wake turbulence? Oh, I said I was going to turn on the visualization. Wake turbulence. Is that 4 or how do I turn that on? Okay, we don't want thermals, don't need CFD, but I'm very interested now in wake turbulence. Yeah, the pink air is not, look, it's coming this way. Oh yes, my 20-ton S64 is moving around on the ground. Yes! It's going to get blown over. Keep going, S64, you can do it. Hey, someone else roars through at high speed here. Oh, that is terrible. Oh wow, what has happened? What has happened to wake turbulence in SU5? And I'm starting to get bad frame rate again. Let's see what my CPU is doing. What? 22% on the CPU? Why am I getting bad frames? Oh. You'd have to say that this maybe isn't functioning quite as they intended at the moment. Wow, this wake turbulence is quite exciting. Someone just blew over a 20-ton Ericsson Sky Crane. And I'm getting 20 frames a second with the wake turbulence on. I'll just click off the visualization. Oh, it's the visualization that does it. So that's poorly optimized. Okay. And it's not... Yeah. So the wake turbulence visualization is messing up my computer. Hilarious. Well, people, I am going to take a short break, and I'm going to be bringing back a new helicopter, and we're going to absolutely be leaving the wake turbulence on, and I'm going to do some more testing with some different machines, because this is turning out quite fun. Just like T-Player said, throwing helicopters around with when they're not supposed to do that. So, where's it going? Let's go. Someone, DJ. Okay, here we go. DJ, come on, DJ, blow over my S64. Here it comes. Woof! Someone's blown over DJ. Oh, he's put it on the ground. That's a sad thing. Try the CH-47 Binky. Which one? The Blackbird or the Miltech? Oh dear, oh me. What? So, okay, motion ducks. Your turn to blow over my... that didn't move it. That's weird. The R66 did. Well, type you in there, motion duck, because you just got a generic model for me. Or maybe H125. Oh dear, oh me. Adventures in DJ Wake Turbulence's Binky. Try either. Well, I might try the I might come back and I might try the Blackbird one, the default one. Okay, hilarious. Thank you for that amusement. He's in the cursed H125. Hilarious. Short break. See you soon. Yes, I was just watching the frame rate readout there whilst people were flying past, trying to throw over my S64 when I was off the off the stream, and what I noticed was that the frame rate was dipping down when the frame... Oh, there we go. Who did that? That's good. Mushy Turnip almost chucked over the S64. Very good. Oh, another one. That is ridiculous. Binky, your turn. Can you dislodge the S64 in your 222? Yes. 20 tons. That's hilarious. That is, spoiler alert, too strong. Too strong, but very funny. Right, I want to see one more. Let me just spin around here so I can see it coming. Who was that? And that was the most effective one yet. I'm going to go out here on the runway and give myself a bit of room again. All right, get a better view set up so I can hopefully see you coming. All right, Red Dirt Nurse, have at it. Can you tip over a 20-ton, fully laden S64 Red Dirt Nurse? Come this way, please. Come this way. No, not that way. Oh, someone's going to really mess us up now with whatever that fast jet was. Very impressive, Red Hadoken. Sorry, Great Hadoken. Red Dirt Nurse, here you come. Here you come. Nice low pass. Yes. You didn't tip it over that time, but that was pretty close. 20-ton Ericsson air crane is not supposed to do what we're doing here now. Whoa, Speedy Pro in your H500. No, that didn't quite do it. So somehow, maybe the H500 doesn't have that. Oh, there we go. Binky. Red Dirt Nurse. Yeah, Red Dirt Nurse. Here you go. You did it. You've almost this up on one wheel. Oh dear. Wake Turbulence. So close yet so far. Where did that Dash 8 come from? Oh boy. All good times on another Let's Fly live stream. Cool. Well, I've saved that for later, so we'll hopefully get a little short out of that. Yeah. All right. I'm going to choose a different. Imagine tipping over a 20-ton Ericsson Sky Crane. That is absolute madness. Okay, so someone requested the 64. No, the 67. No, what is it? The 47. The 47. I'll use the Blackbird one. Initially, how do I get back here? So what did I say? It was about 5 o'clock now. I'll just go back a little bit further so we just keep the light. It is now properly dark out there in the Tasman Sea, ready for takeoff on the ground. Yes. Nice to have you along, DJ. Thanks for coming. Right. What's going to happen with the Chinook? It's got no audio. Okay, that thinks we've crashed. Yeah, I don't love that high-pitched whine. I'm not very good with those. No, no one has shared an FSRealistic Plus profile for the CH-47. Unloved in FSRealistic Plus. Do you even get blade slap on this thing? Profile copy from profile. I'll copy it from, again, probably the MH60 Sierra, the same one. That'll do. Settings, yeah. Okay, alright, that'll do. So, does someone want to go and try the Wake Turbulence on this thing? This is, oh, I haven't got my camera set up, of course, because I never fly this. FSRealistic Plus. No! ChasePlane. What am I doing? Too many windows. Shift F1 on that, please. Thank you. Pilot instruments. We have that on 2. That panel does look really good. The modelling is beautiful in this. Love it. Love that. God, they did a really good job with the modelling in this. They really did. It's just a pity that the... not sure that everything else is in a great state though, but we'll have a look. Oh, I haven't looked at the Chinook for a while. Oh, and I put that on the wrong thing. Shift F3 for upstairs. And spot we have on 6. And chase view we have on 8. And then all of my shortcuts will work correctly. That's what I want. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, nothing yet, 5, and 6, perfect, and 8, yay. Oh, that jet sounds good. Alright, so my only complaint about that view is that it's not quite down enough, so I'll just go back into here one more time, sorry, into ChasePlane to save that new position on the pilot. Save position, done. Done, done. Alright, who's going to tip over my Chinook then? Shall I increase the weight? 22 tons, it's about the same as a Sky Crane, isn't it? Cargo. There you go. Fully loaded Chinook. Load immediately. Who's going to try and tip me over? No takers yet. Is anyone coming from this way? No. Oh, we should go and have a look at Ball's Pyramid. Oh, here we go. Speedy Pros up for the challenge. Wake turbulence shenanigans. Oh, you missed. There you go. Yep, you made it move. Don't crash though. Whoa. Boof. Okay, that's the end of those 2 helicopters. Well, you made the... Wow, you got me in a toy. What? That is nuts. What did Asomo do? That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Oh. How come it's in a 212? Because of the model matching. So, so Speedy Pro. Now, did I already ask you? So Speedy Pro's in a H125, is it? Oh, crash. Oh, H500. I don't know. Of course I've got the H500. Or which H500 do you have? The M Scenery one? Has anyone tried the Harrier jump jet? No, I haven't flown fixed wing for a long time. Fixed wing? Why would I fly fixed wing when I can fly a rotary wing? Parking brake off. Can I... Oh, this one goes up on its hind legs, which is good. Parking brake is now on, and you can do what you want to do here in the Chinook. You can get it up on its hind legs, which is nice. Oh, except when someone gives you some wake turbulence. Okay. that blade slap sounds probably a little bit wrong, isn't it? For the Chinook. Whoa. Yep. That wake turbulence is just completely insane. So what did I say I wanted to do? I was going to go and try. I'll go just to a circuit and get that parking brake off. Oh, nice sounds in this. Don't know how much I ought to expect from... Hey, what's my altitude doing? What is my altimeter actually doing? Look at it. Is that reading tens of feet? Oh, the altimeter's messed up in the Blackbird Chinook. Should I do a bug report for that? All right. There's your bug report. The altimeter's not working properly in this Blackbird Chinook. You're welcome. Okay. So, concentrating on flying again. Oh, such a great sound. I think this... Yeah, that blade slap sound does not sound right at all from FSRealistic Plus, but that's my fault. I've not configured it properly. It's not the fault of FSRealistic Plus. Matthew's going to the stratosphere. Yeah, well, note that my actual altitude has not changed that much. I'm still only... Am I at 2,200? Oh, who knows? It's not working properly. We know that much. We know that much. Oh, dear, oh dear. DLSS still does not look good on the water, does it? I could go to TAA for streaming, but it's just... I don't know, I worry about other stuff not working properly. Yeah. That, can't really quite see what I'm doing here, and I'm losing height, but not losing that much height. Oh no, we're gaining height. Well, you could say, Matthew, that you just need to update your style a bit for when you're flying a different machine, but I think we know for sure that the Blackbird Chinook is massively overpowered. Like, massively overpowered. And the altimeter doesn't work anymore. How did that happen? Love that sound though. Love the cockpit interior. A beautiful looking job they did with modelling this. Really good. It's just actually so good. It looks better than the Miltech 47, but it's got some problems. So what happens if I put these... Do they not even move? So I can't even move the condition levers. Click. Oh. What is that? Flight. Ground. Okay, well the levers don't work like that, but so if I'm ground idle right now, it's still going remarkably fast. If you can fly a 21-ton Chinook at ground idle. Zaki Monster, if you could only choose one, what would it be? ChasePlane or FSRealistic? Well, that is actually, as it turns out, not a realistic choice, unfortunately, Zaki, because FSRealistic requires ChasePlane. So if you want FSRealistic, you already have to purchase ChasePlane. Vinscarlo, yes, of course you can join. Just come along to Lord Howe Island. I don't know. This is a pretty unsatisfactory flying experience in the Chinook, so I'm going to change helicopters again. I don't know what I'm going to fly next, but I think we should go to Ball's Pyramid. It'll take I don't know, 10 minutes to fly out there. Whoever's still flying. I mean, I could fly... What is this doing? Is that a rotor overspeed? Engine torque, rotor... No, it's all on the green. Or, what's that? Oh, who knows? I don't think this is really working very well at the moment. Good, there's a rotor overspeed like that. Beautiful blade slap sounds as well. Perhaps try the Alpine Studio AS350 for a bit. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? I would love to have a classic AS350 add-on in MSFS 2024. If Alpine Studio could possibly break us off, if Alpine Studio could possibly make that also for MSFS 2024, I will be so pleased. Because they did a good job on X-Plane. Is this blowing over there? Hey, someone give me some downwash over here. Got Motion Duck or Speedy Pro. Come this way, please. And let's see what it does. The Great Hadoken. Whoa! Someone was coming for me, but it's just absolutely crazy. That is insane. How did they do that? It's like 10 times too much. The altimeter is 10 times wrong, and the wake turbulence is 10 times too much. Oh my god. What a crazy situation. What a crazy situation. You gotta laugh. I mean, whatever. I mean, they'll fix it, but it's just, you know, that's just completely ridiculous. Oh, Lord. Okay, I need give me a new helicopter. I want a new helicopter, but I don't know which one. I suppose I could take the Miltech. No, I want the Wonderful World of MSFS, Big Al. Yeah, well, they fix one thing and then something else breaks. I mean, all complex add-ons are like that, I suppose. But this this aerodynamic situation, oh boy. Okay, I feel like I am going to take the Cowan Simulations H130 because it might just be small enough to land where I want us to go. So, set as departure. Are we people ready for a little excursion? We'll just go flying for 10 minutes offshore. And then come back, ready for takeoff. No, we'll just do a little landing out at maybe at Ball's Pyramid, see if it works. Spoiler alert, it's going to be quite challenging. Rises nearly 2,000 feet, almost directly out of the sea. It's quite a sight. Oh boy, oh boy. Ground effects fixed, but wake turbulence is just completely insane. Well, you just turn it off. Which I'm about to do, because I don't want to have this particular flight ruined by wake turbulence. So I'm going to go into settings, and which one was it in now? Flight model or assistances? So we're just going to turn off wake turbulences now, because it's just silly. All right. Okay, that's going to work. Let's get that horn on. Bit of a flat 2D appearance on the Cowan simulation panel. I'd love if it were possible for Josh Cowan to invest in higher resolution models. Just kind of see it's just a bit two-dimensional in here. It's not nothing, but you know, you just come out of that Blackbird Chinook, which is fabulous inside. It just flies ridiculously. And then you sort of notice it when you come into another machine like this, sort of flat grey kind of appearance to it. I'd love to see that improved on further models from Cowan Simulations if it's open to you. Okay, let's go for a little fly. Try a sensible pickup. That needed a left pedal, if anything. I'm just going to give it a little bit of testing over at the windsock, so just give me a minute to do this. If anyone wants to come for a fly, come down here to the windsock where me and Motion Duck are, or Speedy Pro. So Serasim are working on a 412. I'd kind of wish they were working on a 212, to be honest, because that'd be a bit more analog and a bit more fun, but the 412 will be a great addition. This is a little bit unstable, Matthew. Strong wind, so when I turn right, I should lose a bit of height, but I'll be getting effective translational lift through the fenestron. But sorry, I meant left actually. Yeah, that's good. So the FLI is currently at just under 60. So just go right again into the windsock. Yeah, the FLI's all over the place at the moment. Oh, that came down a bit faster than I thought. So the ground effect didn't really save it there. I'm just going to go the other way as well. This one should definitely require a lot of left pedal, I think, if I go this way to hold it. No, it requires right pedal. So I've got the breeze going through the fenestron from the back right now. I would have thought I needed lots of... Oh no, I'm the wrong way around. Of course it requires more right, because we've got like a loss of tail rotor effectiveness with the... It's not a complete loss of effectiveness, but we've got a reduction in efficiency because of the wind coming through the back of the fenestron right now. Of course we've got right pedal, so I just got it wrong in my head. Okay, that's good. That's good. What's that yellow heli called? Let's have a look at it. Mushy Turnip is flying a 427, but it's a generic model. So Mushy Turnip is flying an EC30-135, but it's being displayed to me as a 427. The reason it's doing that is that it's another twin-engine turbine, so that's what it's chosen. Inaccurate, especially because obviously I've got the EC135. So why is it still choosing lower resolution models when, where is it under graphics, custom? No, online. So I've chosen high fidelity models, so I'm just kind of not really sure why it's doing that. That's a bit of a mystery. This is very, very, very informative and useful testing, people. Thank you for participating in this. Okay, shall we go into this flight? Who's ready for a full flight? Red 2. Okay, here we go. It's going to twist. There it goes. It twists on the skid a bit. That issue has been reduced in Sim Update 5 perhaps, but it still exists, where the helicopter seems to have two different flight models, one when one skid's on the ground and one when it's not. Okay, into the winds. Who's coming? I'll just stay over here for a bit I'll just show off my incredible hovering skills and let people come over here if you should like to go for a little flight over the ocean. Just holding it there. Oh yeah, people are ready, I think. Okay, let's go. Nose down, gathering speed. It occurs to me that I never entered my own voice chat on Discord, so if people would like to join the Discord, you can. And I'm flying this from OBS right now, which is very confusing. It's a very silly way to do it. So what do I need to do? I need to nose down and get Discord up and go into my own voice chat. Hello, Discord. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, I forgot to come into my own voice chat. So nice to see you all. So I've now. Would you rather I go or stay in my own voice room?
Whatever you like. We were just discussing mods for H145.
Classic. All right. Well, there we go. So I'll. If people want to hear my voice with less... oh my god, has my sim just crashed? No. Something went wrong there. If people would like to hear my voice with less latency when we do these kind of more like these flight segments here, you can come into the Discord server. I just pasted it. Did I just paste it into the channel? No, I didn't. Discord. So you can just go follow that link there, and you can... There's a group flight room, and you can join us in there, and you can hear me with less latency, and if you've got some really clever things to say, I might even put you onto the stream. That was the voice of T-Player, Rirestorm, a moment ago. A long-termer on the channel and the community. Always great to have you along. Hope you're doing well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, my English are not so good, but I will... I think I will understand most of the words.
You're doing just fine. Now, I don't know how to say your name. It looks like the Greek letter.
Yeah, I'm from Greece. Psi. Yeah, tell the letter.
What
Pronoun and like.
So what is the? How do I pronounce the? C as in yeah. Okay, gotcha. Silos.
Okay. No, yeah, it's not C. It's Psi. Psi. It's a Greek letter, and los. It's English letter. If you pronounce this word in Greek, like with all of the letters to be Greeks, like psilos in Greek means tall guy, because my altitude, my height is 1.93 centimeters, and psi from Greek letter, los from English, psilos in Greek means tall.
Oh my god, that was one of the best channel comments I've ever had, because my altitude is quite high, 1.95 meters. You are very welcome. It's great to have you along. Psilos, excellent new addition to our community. And thank you for reminding me that when we pronounce Greek words, there are no silent P's in all of Greece. You pronounce every single P. Oh. How am I going here? I'm going far too slow, and I'm doing a very poor job of controlling my helicopter. So, nose down a bit, pull a bit more collective, because I've just been having too much fun chatting to people in the voice chat. I'm just never going to forget you describing that as your altitude. That is so good. So good. I love it. And the thing is, it's like you're correct. Like your head is at that altitude, so that is correct. Oh, dear. Why can't I get any speed out of this? 56 knots. Not climbing. I'm pulling a lot of collective here, and as you can see, the first limit indicator is very high. I have gained a little bit too much height. Is that my problem? Or is that the... Yeah, I think my view's off, and I'm just getting a bit confused as to what's the actual... There we go. Now it's moving. Sorry, people. So, Ball's Pyramid. Let me tell you something cool about Ball's Pyramid. Ball's Pyramid, where we're heading to, is where they found a population of a creature that we thought was extinct. And that was the Lord Howe Island stick insect. Or phasmid, which I think might be the world's heaviest insect. So some people call it the tree lobster. So if you want to know what it looks like, you'll have to do a little image search right now. So it's the Lord Howe Island stick insect, which was considered extinct until someone found it on a population of this gigantic stick insect living on a single shrub on Ball's Pyramid, to which we are headed right now. So they were able to save the species by I suppose doing some clever conservation work and breeding a giant stick insect. So there you go, Ball's Pyramid, which rises very sharply out of the sea. It looks like a bit like a superhero's villain lair out there on the horizon as we head out there. So I've got 130 knots going here in the H130, which is flying quite nicely. Oh, that cloud looks a bit threatening, doesn't it? Good. So in one of our normal group flight live streams, we'd never go to locations like this because it's not really far enough to fly out, and too far from, you wouldn't just do an oceanic flight from Sydney. That'd be extremely boring. So it'd be like flying an airliner. Joking. Okay. All right. Sorry, airliners. So no, it'd be a very boring long flight if we were doing this in helicopters. So the only chance is to do it maybe on Test Pilot Tuesday, where we'll just free up the rules a little bit and just have a bit of silly fun with these helicopters. Holy tracker, we have wetters here in New Zealand, which is a giant grasshopper, and when you see them you're like, hell no, you have them in Oz. Yeah, so a wetter's like a giant grasshopper or a giant cricket, isn't it? Yeah, grasshopper, I think. And I have seen the giant wetter in the wild. It like hitched a ride on someone's sock, and luckily they were not too afraid, because it's a very large insect to have riding on you. Big Al, flying airliner. Oh, you mean watching paint dry? Lol. Yep. More time to have a chat when you're doing a stream, I'd think. But other than that, yeah, not as exciting as flying helicopters for sure. Oh, do we have wetters in Australia? No, we don't have wetters, but we've got other thousands of other insects, many of which are not very popular with people. Oh, it takes quite a while to get out of Ball's Pyramid, doesn't it? Even going at 130 knots. How are we actually doing on the map? Oh, we're more than halfway there, and I've picked up the speed a bit. I've got 122 knots on. And this, if you dare, poses a considerable landing challenge. Holy trucker, yeah, wetters, they look like they're covered in armour. They sure do. Or are you talking about the stick insect there? They're both pretty impressive. The stick insect, the tree lobster, or the Lord Howe Island stick insect, is a very impressive piece of insect. 1,400 feet, and Ball's Pyramid rises to about 1,800, I believe. So it's very tall, just about as tall as Psilos. Just about as tall as you are. And Red Dirt Nurse is in the channel there as well. Very good. Yeah, usually for my group flights, I would choose nicer weather than this as well. So this is just quite fun to just test this out. It was quite interesting enjoying the back at the island, just trying out different kinds of helicopter with the windsock and just seeing the effects. I think the effect of the wind across the rotor disc is, it's a close formation flying there. From, who was that now? Flyby. From Mushy Turnip. Oh, the H130 looks good. Love that colour scheme too. Well, what's happened? What's just happened? I think it's because I looked out of the helicopter and then it reset the trim or something. Not how I want it to behave. Alright, I think I might possibly have reset it there. Oh, it reset the position of the cyclic. How interesting. Collective, I mean. That is interesting. Undesirable, but interesting. Holy Tracker, this is a part of the new Australia update. I don't know if they did Ball's Pyramid or not, but they definitely did quite a bit of work on the island itself. I'm going to speculate that looking at that map right there, that they did not do any work on this particular outcropping here. Is it a point of interest? It is not, so no. They haven't done this. They haven't done Ball's Pyramid, but they have done Lord Howe Island, where we just were. What else can I tell you about this thing? I thought I'd put some notes in here for Ball's Pyramid. Oh yes, it's the tallest volcanic stack on Earth. Razor sharp basalt rising almost vertically out of the ocean there. The tallest volcanic stack on Earth. I mean, look at it. Looks like a giant shark fin, if in case you weren't scared enough of giant stick insects. Glenn, loss of tail rotor effectiveness. Now or earlier? Big Al, it's the same as I haven't installed World Update 21 and it still looks the same. Al, how could you not have installed World Update 21? You're in Australia, aren't you? Are you mad? Oh, look at this. Look at that wall. That is absolutely nuts. Even with generic scenery like this, and it hasn't been specifically modeled, that is just incredible. Motion duck got up to the top there. That's pretty good work, Motion duck. Well done. On this Bulls Pyramid, they found that last population of woohoo of this Lord Howe Island stick insect and brought it back from the brink. So the wind is coming from about where I'm pointing right now. I'm going to see if I can maybe get onto laterally onto one of these, or transversely. No, longitudinally. I'm just making up words now. I don't know. Get onto this one over here and let people take the tall one whilst I try this one. This is... I think I might be able to get it so that one skid kind of goes on either side and sort of straddle this thing here. Wonder if I'm getting ground effect off this razor sharp rock stack. I am. I just got flung up just slightly. Whoa! It's very thin and not designed for what I'm doing at all. Alright, can I get it over here? Whoops. No, now I'm falling through. I'm in Ball's Pyramid. Okay, that was a disaster. So, my bright idea of putting one skid either side, it was a complete fail. I'm going to try it one more time further up. Can't we get this working here? Let's see. Whoa, falling through again. I wonder if this is actually... I've met my... Oh, yes, come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it! Ah! Yes, perfect landing. No, falling through. How are other people doing up here? You could probably just get your front skids sitting on top of it just nicely. Didn't even get up to the highest part. Alright, I'm not flying properly at the moment at all. Binky, sorry, I'll stop annoying you in the P-51 now. Binky, you can do whatever you like. Oh, Big Owl's flying, that's good. That's good. Yeah, this is, I think we might have met our match here, people. Has anyone actually managed to stay still for more than a couple of seconds? I can't even get back up there. I think I've got some weird ground of it. Oh, I'll have to be getting a downdraft over here, that's why. So I'd be better up if I was nice and tall over there. Anyway, let's get back over here. That should do it. Who is in the B-25? Who isn't in the B-25? Oh dear. Mushy Turnip seems to be doing a very good job up there, you know. Good work, Mushy Turnip. I was getting weird downwash effects. No, downdraft effects. Because I don't think the simulation really is designed to deal with this kind of extreme terrain like this. Yeah, see, I'm getting downdraft right now, I think, even though I'm... Yeah, that's falling out of the sky. Or am I in a vortex? Could be anything at this rate. Oh, hang on. Lekka is apparently stationary on Bull's Pyramid in a Dash 8. Perfectly normal behaviour. Delta 1 Foxtrot 3, looks like you might have done it. Looks like you might have done it. Well done. That's what I was trying to do. Speedy Pro. Yeah, that's about where I was getting a bit stuck as well, trying to get one skid on. I was like, oh, you did quite well there. Up there, Speedy Pro. Okay. Can I do this without any downdrafts or vortex ring states happening here? Probably not. Mountain wave. So I'm getting an updraft now, which is confusing. Now it's going down again, so it's just all over the place. It's almost, yeah, there we go. We're in a vortex ring state again. Very, 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 very difficult challenge to land on Bull's Pyramid. Unless you're Delta 1 Foxtrot 3 and you just like nailed it like a pro. Well done. Yeah, it's a weird mountain effect, right? I think I don't know to what extent. Well, we know that MSFS models downdrafts and updrafts. They're quite strong, but you see now I'm stuck in something now. Who knows? So I think my problem is kind of I'm always coming from that side there. So I'm more or less into the wind right now, but so that means I'll be getting a downdraft. So maybe I should try and get off the mountain a bit here. Oh, now I'm getting flanked upwards. So just with this like incredibly stark terrain, the simulation doesn't quite know what to do with itself, I don't think. Well, Binky, nice to have you along. Thanks for joining. Always great to have you along. I might be getting to the point where I start wanting to go back to Lord Howe Island now. So I might be getting ready to fly back, unless anyone wants to demonstrate your skills over on Bull's Pyramid. Show off your skills one more time. Then head back to Lord Howe. I might just try an auto rotation back onto Lord Howe with the H130. Good flying, people, in these on this absolutely ridiculous challenge, which I have not even managed to do myself. I think it might be easier to come in with a tailwind, actually. That actually might work. Glenn, yes. Glenn, from my CASA exams, I remember approach higher wind situations at a 45-degree angle, so you can back out quickly if you have a sudden downdraft. Yeah, when approaching a range, yes. So you kind of approach obliquely, which always means that your escape route is a bit more clear, rather than going head on. So what can I try here? I was thinking of going in with the tailwind, which of course is not what you would do in real life at all. It's craziness, but I just thought that it might beat this silly situation that we've got ourselves into here, or that I've got ourselves into. So what if I go around this way? Full right pedal, still not turning. Possibly if I just let go of a bit of collective, now we can start to move around to the right. The H130 does not like being treated like this, and rightly so. This is not how you're supposed to fly at all. No, I'm just getting chucked off by something else now. Wow. Woof. Probably the H500 would be slightly better suited to this kind of silly task. Oh, Red Dirt Nurse is falling off Bull's Pyramid. Oh, but you managed to save it. You were in a right tailspin there for a second, and you rescued it. Well done. Alright, what can we do here? Whoa. Tailwind. Stupid approach. Bull's Pyramid. You are mine. Why am I moving? It's like the guy who landed on Everest. I don't think he ever really. Well, you certainly didn't turn the helicopter off when you were up there. Otherwise, you'd never get down. I think he just had to touch the skids, and that was sufficient to claim the record. You had to hold the skids there for a minute or something, which is more than what I've achieved here on Ball's Pyramid, which is a lot shorter than Mount Everest. Alright, last attempt, and then I'm going back to Lord Howe Island. Can't see what I'm doing. Just push my chair backwards, that won't help. Alright, Lord Howe Island, that was fun. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, look at it looming on the horizon over there. It looks like Monkey Island. Who remembers Monkey Island? No, what was it? Melee Island. Maybe it does look like Monkey Island, I don't know. I'm talking about the old video game series. Beautiful. Now, can I get this trimmed up a bit more nicely this time than last time? Because I didn't do a great job last time. Hey, what's that? Nose flying up. Retreating blade stall. I wasn't going very fast though. Or just some sort of trim accident. Get that back in there. Finding this a little bit hard to trim out today, but that's probably because I'm also, you know, running a stream and not really concentrating. I do want to do an auto rotation in the 130. I've not tried that for a very long time, and I don't know if it even works. Don't really want to be in that cloud either, so we'll just get a little bit lower in there. That'll help to get the speed up. I mean, instead of trimming it, you can just have a very gentle little bit of pressure there in the stick and on the stick, and it just seems to work nicely. Ball's Pyramid, that was fun. Very silly helicopter activity indeed. Now I suspect if I go into that view... Ah, there it goes again. As soon as I change views... Oh, I've had this before. I know what this is. I've got like, I think I've got a throttle command on one of these function keys as well. I keep turning it off, but it keeps going back and I don't know why. That's one thing that's causing me problems here. So we're looking for Shift F1. Oh, there it goes. See? Right, okay, well we know what it is then. So, but then how to... Keyboard helicopters. Helicopters all... Ah, there we go. It's just got the wrong profile on it. So now when I change views, the collective doesn't change. Lovely. All right. So I think I think Shift F1 was just like cutting all my collective. Oh yeah, Captain FS and a twin jet, no worries. Oh, that's going to make it a bit easier to fly, isn't it? If I don't, if I'm not like zeroing my collective all the time. Now I know for sure that I've done this many times. That I have applied that helicopters all config to all helicopters. Yes, let's apply to all helicopters. Who knows? Very strange. So you'd have a bit more luck landing on these mountains up here than Ball's Pyramid. Yeah, Glenn, you find the MSFS controls a bit buggy. I mean, I think they're very powerful, the control setup. I really like the configs and that I can apply them in 3 different parts. The general, the aircraft type, like helicopter, and then the aircraft specific. Not that many people are using those, defining those commands as developers, but I really like the way I can apply those separately or collectively to all my helicopters, and it generally works really well for me. I like that I can have multiple buttons going to multiple destinations. I like that one destination can be fed by multiple buttons, something very sorely lacking in X-Plane from my limited experience. It means that one button can only ever do one thing in X-Plane, which is just, I find, very limiting. But as we have just noticed, my preferred keyboard profile or config is not getting applied consistently. So it changes it to its default, its locked default, and then when I do things like Shift F1, which I use for other purposes, it then interferes with what the default has defined for that. I don't need to put collective or throttle controls on the keyboard because I've got decent controllers. Well, hello viewers, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Nice to have you along. We are, I was going to say road testing, air testing, helicopters in some beautiful new Australian scenery, courtesy of World Update 21. I'm just interested in how things are performing in the new sim update as well, sim update 5. I'm sort of gradually working my way through all the... Oh, now we're getting turbulent coming off here. Potential risk of a downdraft here coming off here because I'm not flying properly in here. So downdraft is going to happen as soon as we get over this crest here. I'm going to end up descending heavily, I think. There it goes. Yeah, which is good. So the downdrafts are strong, but they're working. So if I want an updraft, I have to somehow get over here. And we do it on a 45-degree angle, as Glenn was saying, so that we can escape. So all I have to do is dive to my left if I get into trouble here. Or just go higher, would have been smarter. So we should get a good updraft here as soon as we get over the crest. There it goes there. I can see the VSI rocketing up right there. So that's all working quite well. Flying into clouds, not generally advised. 2,500 feet at wonderful Lord Howe Island, rising dramatically from the Tasman Sea, complete with a coral reef, which I'm looking down at right now. A very southerly one. Warmed as it is by water coming from a current further north. Okay, so idle. Auto rotation from a very challenging angle. Lowering the clip to the floor. Get the rotor speed back up. Going much too fast. Would have thought that I would be having... There it goes now. As soon as you get any kind of nose up attitude, start to get that rotor over speed. That's not too bad. Maybe a bit of a harsh cutoff there. Auto rotating back down to the airfield. I'm just killing some energy here. 70 knots, okay, that's a bit more realistic. Did I go too far? Okay, well, into the trees. So, the trouble there is... I'm going to set it up again. The trouble there is that the rotor didn't overspeed fast enough. and I ended up with no energy, and it was never necessary for me to add collective, so I sort of misjudged the approach as a result. So I'm blaming the simulator or the add-on, not sure. I mean, all of the stuff needs to be, you need to keep track of these things permanently. It must be very challenging as a developer, all these constant changes in the simulator. So I've got 100 knots on, lowering the collective all the way, nose up, finally getting the rotor RPM coming up again now. Getting too slow. Nose down. Too slow. Okay. I might actually make it this time though. I wasn't ready with the right pedal. Bad piloting. But kind of okay. But the rotor should have sped up more, I feel. All right, back to the base. Back to base. There we go. Very fast to get back up to speed again. Right and right. Oop. Not very much right required with that strong wind. Well, it's been very interesting, people. Thanks for participating in another Test Pilot Tuesday. I welcome your questions or chats or thoughts or anything else on your mind before I wind up the stream. Got very fast there. Wow, that wake turbulence situation is pretty wacky, isn't it? That was one of the big discoveries for today, I think, for me. I'm doing a very bad job piloting this because I'm just not really paying adequate attention. Got a lot of left pedaling right now. I think that's because the wind is going straight into our Fenestron rotor. Oh, I was higher than I thought I was, as usual in 2D. And get rid of that horn. Glenn, that was fun. I got to nav solo level with helicopters before giving up flying them in 23. I do remember autos as being fun though. Oh, well, I'm sorry you had to give up your helicopter flying for whatever reason. Autos, I still have never done an auto rotation in real life or been in one. So I'm sure it's quite a sensation. Quite a sensation. Force Feedback 22, hello, haven't seen you in the stream yet. What are you flying? 500C. Looks like some pretty tidy taxiing work you got going there. You'll be having a loss of tail rotor effectiveness there, Force Feedback, I would have thought, because you're... Yes. Yes, I think that you probably ran out of tail rotor authority there, just about, with that strong wind coming in from your 3 o'clock. Anyone else wants to do any maneuvers with me watching? The whole world's watching what's going on here. We've got player. Oh, there's another new person I haven't yet seen. Player 613732256, who can just be player 613. Oh, look at that nice view. That's pretty special. Helicopters emerging from the haze. Yes, Big Al confirms the island does look a lot better in the stream and with World Update 21. Yeah, I bet it does. I bet it does. Oh, Rara Storm landing with a tailwind. Well, look, you got to say that's not too bad for landing with a tailwind. Anyone else still manoeuvring around here? No, also, yeah, this is all behaving very sensibly now. Oh, who's still coming in? Motion duck. Let's see how you do it. Sharon, or Sharon, not sure. Thank you. Another excellent morning fly, and you are so welcome. Great to have you along. Great to have you along. Swanee, oh, a little bit of... What's a PTS2? Oh, it's a C-172? Oh, no, what's a PTS2? Woo, a little bit of shimmying there in the nose wheel, Swanee. Beautiful Huey. Lovely. From Motion Duck. Let's enjoy some of these other helicopter approaches. Oh, Big Al, was that an auto rotation you just did there? And oh, Mako's along. Hello, Mako. You're in an H500, which is there you go. You're in an H500, which is today being rendered for me as a 212. Very nice. Yeah, we'll have a little bit of show off from Mako there. Yeah, you've taxied in sideways, please. That's the way to go. Yeah, you're picking up. I noticed you picked up the altitude when you got your nose into the wind there with this quite strong headwind. You should be getting quite effective tail rotor on that angle for you with the 500C. Yeah, spring up again. So look, the wind is, and you should be struggling with your tail rotor authority there, I would have thought, on that angle. You got full left pedal in by any chance?
Quite a lot of left pedal.
Yeah. Well, you've got the wind coming from your 3 o'clock, so it's coming back through the tail rotor. Big Al, I find that helis fly better for me in SU5. Yeah, I think so. The Great Hadoken. Hueys look like those Groucho Marx masks. That's a tough phrase to say. Groucho Marx masks to me. Force feedback 22. Keeping a nice hover into the headwind there. Very good. I just switch my engine off. It's not up there, it's down here. Not in an H2 125. Engine off. Well, the best part of the stream for me was absolutely playing with the... oh, Swanee. What a... What's a PTS2? Is it an aerobatic aircraft, given the way you're flying that thing? Yeah, the wake turbulence was a real discovery for me today. Very, very interesting. Very, very disturbing if you didn't know what to expect, but very interesting. I wonder if it still visualises it, even if I've got it turned off. Yeah, I think it would, wouldn't it? Oh, no, maybe not. So I've got it turned off and therefore it won't visualise either. Okay, well, I suppose that makes sense. There we go. Good H130. Yeah, was a bit challenged by all that nonsense. Oh, was the SAS on? How did that go on? Ugh, another little unwanted mystery. How do we go over on Twitch? Did I miss anything? I think that's all been updating properly now. That's better. Well, last call for helicopter questions. Insights, concerns, experiences. As I do a nice slow pan around and enjoy that good-looking H130. Fantastic livery from Dark Angel on the Cowan Sim H130. Speedy Pro in your 212 allegedly, although it's supposed to be a 500 I believe, so I don't know quite what's up with my 500C model matching today. Very strange. Very strange. Motion duck. Good times flying today. Thank you for coming along. Yeah, getting caught out with that up and down draft was quite something. It was pretty hard work on Ball's Pyramid. The impossible challenge, really. Why does the MH60 always display it with all its cover still on? What a grimy looking machine. Yes, Delta 1 Foxtrot 3. I wish it, the coning of the blades there could be a bit better. I mean, they're not coning at all, sadly, are they? They're just pointing down. The blades are sort of... they should be sort of coming up like that rather than like that. The up and down draft, Big Al, you're saying is new. I think it's been there, but maybe it's a bit stronger now. I'm not sure. It's better for mountain flying. You've got to think about it. Well, the winds are quite strong today, to be fair. I mean, what are they right now? According to my info bar, they are winds 090 at 15 knots. So yeah, that's pretty. That's going to be challenging for a light helicopter in a downdraft situation. That's a bit of noise outside. Well, excellent flying, people. That was good times. Always learning something new. The S64, the engine simulation still hasn't been improved. Neither is the default Chinook. Both of those aircraft look quite good, especially the Chinook. God, that looks and sounds both great, that Blackbird machine. Why can't they invest a little bit more work into the simulation, especially of the twin engines and twin rotors? That'd be much appreciated. Just get a better value Chinook in the pack. You are so welcome, Big Al. Thanks for that compliment. You are always welcome. A hovering Dash 8. Oh, it's a V22, which I still don't have. Maybe I should change that one of these days. Maybe I should change that one of these days. Let's see if Miltech doesn't. Has Miltech still been updating it? I'm not sure. I assume they have been. They do tend to try to keep things up to date. Oh, what have we got here? A United 787. Wouldn't have thought that that was going to be the easiest thing to get off this runway, especially with the tailwind. Glenn, distraction. Yeah, you're welcome, Glenn. I hope I have not cost you too much with this highly entertaining stream. Oh, now for people on Twitch, I wonder... Oh, well, there's the last couple of people just headed off anyway, so not any point in trying to do a raid with one viewer. You can go and find your own place to raid. Thanks very much, people. Great to have you along. Look forward to catching you next time, hey? Take care. See ya.